you've done a lot of groundwork, you've done academic research on the subject. What are the main target areas of people who are aiming to proselytize, and why?
So, unfortunately, for missionaries and people who want to convert, irrespective of what faith they come from, um, Sharon, the target groups will always, without any doubt, will always be our vulnerable groups. Whatever the societal fault lines are the areas that are exploited. Now, it is difficult and possibly nearly impossible for them to convert someone's faith if they are educated, if they are well-to-do, if they are urbanized, if they're worldly wise. I'll give you an interesting anecdotal archival note from my studies in the Northeast. David Scott was the commissioner of what was Assam during the colonial times. He was the commissioner of Assam till I think 1831. And he was very invested in wanting to convert the tribal populations in the region, because they encountered, when the British went in, they encountered this population which was putting up a very strong resistance against the colonial administration. And of course, individuals in positions of power in the government were obviously keen on promoting their religious commitments towards these individuals. So he actually wrote a letter to the chief secretary of the British government at that point, called W.B. Bailey. And he actually said, he made a very, very, I think, a very crucial point, that even though missionaries are functioning in India, the reason that they have not, like in other places that the colonialists went in, the reason that they have not been able to make a sufficient dent in the religious fabric of the Hindus is because the missionaries were preaching to the educated classes, that they were preaching to the upwardly mobile of Hindu society, wherein he was trying to build the case for missionaries being funded in the Northeast. So he said, wherein David Scott firmly believed that if W.B. Bailey was to provide funding, the actual dent would be made in these tribal areas, because these were, as they called them, root tribes. They were savages, they were innocent, they were unsuspecting, and there wasn't a lot of in their opinion, there wasn't a lot of logical thinking. So, they would be able to make a dent, and it was actually an error on British government's part to be wasting their time trying to convert the middle and the upper middle classes. So, this observation, I think, was also important in another context, that they were very aware of the idea of nationhood. And David Scott, in his letter to W.B. Bailey, also said that the fact that these tribes are at a very nascent stage of understanding the ideas of nation and nationhood, it would be a great time for us to go in and convert them. And in my opinion, he didn't detail this part, but in my opinion, it was because they were looking at it as creating a separate identity, and that these people could be exploited enough to understand what a modern Christian state could be, and that modern Christian state would be separate from the rest of Bharat. And as we have history to tell us, that they were very successful, and the longest running separatist movement comes from the areas that they aim to convert, which were the vulnerable areas. Now, this is an age-old trick. This is not, I don't think this is something that, is a strategy or a tactic that has been created in modern days. This is something that has gone on with the advent of the Christian Crusaders, with the advent of Christians coming into even European tribal societies, or even them trying to convert groups like the Vikings. Conversion to me is like cannibalism. It eats up and destroys and diminishes whatever it can overpower. And I don't say this lightly, because you never, it's almost like you shy away from even leaving a trace of your past because you look down upon it. And in a country like ours, I feel that it is the Banvasis, it is the poor, it is the marginalized. Now, to give you an example of, the extent of the vulnerable groups that they can focus on, is all we need to see is the recent case in the UP conversion racket. They were aiming at deaf children, Sharon, to send them on suicide missions against their own nation. So these are, I think, the vulnerable groups, wherever they might be, whoever they might be. It is the fault lines that they exploit.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.